Libby here on the red carpet at the Caleb Fan Awards with my friend and artist, Phil Wickham. Welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Good to see you. You've been really busy. You released a devotional, I believe, song, I believe. The Jesus Way is out. You've been collaborating with Brandon Lake, who's hosting tonight. What's it been like creatively for you?
It's been awesome. I love collaborating, and that's what I'm moving into more and more and more over the years go on, and just being with people I love, doing the things I love, which is writing songs, touring, and also being at home a lot more than I used to. I think COVID kind of taught me I could be home more and still do what I do via, there's this thing called Instagram and YouTube where you can really connect with a lot of people. And so it's just, life has just been so sweet. And I'm so thankful for all the opportunities. Things just seem to keep growing.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to be responsible and steward it, what God has given me, steward it well, And I just love writing songs for the church to sing. I'll keep doing that as long as I can.
Love it. The Jesus Way. Talk about that song for a second. It's got a counterculture message, just reminding people that they can be different from what's out there. They can respond in a way that Jesus would. What has that been like for you to share that message?
Yeah, well, the Jesus Way for me has been the most impactful song I've ever released. I think because in a way, it's so challenging. And I fought recording that song. I had written for my previous record, but I didn't want to record it because I thought, I feel like someone more holy should be saying, I choose the Jesus way, and I do all these, because it's like, if you bless me, I will curse you.
Yeah.
If you hurt me, I'll forgive. If you hate me, I'll love you. If you strike me, I'll embrace you. If you chain me, I'll sing his praise. Because if you kill me, my home is heaven. I choose the Jesus way. It's like big things to say. And if I'm really being honest, there's oftentimes I choose the Phil way. I choose I don't choose the Jesus way. And that's when you can either let shame creep in and be like, oh, I'm so far from God.
Right.
Or you could be like, part of the Jesus way is accepting the God's grace and gift of salvation and the gift of the cross and the blood that was spilled and the empty grave. And that's all part of the Jesus way too. And then you realize, oh, there's freedom in Jesus, but also he's calling us into the Jesus way. He's calling us into walk after him, not to give us a bunch of new rules to live by, but to really help us to be who we always were meant to be, truly human and created to walk in his love and his life. And I've just seen that over and over and over again as I align my life with Jesus, that I experience that satisfaction, that peace, that abundant life, that blessing. And I'm calling anybody and everybody who wants to join me and saying, as best as I can, I want to follow Jesus.
Yeah. And we can give ourselves grace through that process. I think it's really easy, I know for myself, to be overly perfectionistic about it, to think, well, if I didn't check all the boxes today of what I'm supposed to do as a Christian, I've completely failed, when really it's guidance. He meets us where we're at, and as long as we, truly love him and keep aligning ourselves, then that's what matters.
100%. I remember when these lyrics kind of all spilled out at one moment, and I remember reading them back, and I was so overwhelmed by one, that the way it was kind of depicting the heart of Jesus and how amazing he is. It's just, can you imagine? The God of all creation could be anyone he wants to be, but he's a sacrificial, compassionate, kind, patient father. He wants us to call him Father. That's crazy. Like Christmas morning, Thanksgiving dinner, family is what God wants us to be a part of. Just sit at his table. So I was overwhelmed by that. God, your heart is so amazing that we see through Jesus. But I was also overwhelmed by how short I felt like I came to all these statements. But like you said, right away, I just felt like his voice was saying but my grace is sufficient for you, his strength is made perfect in my weakness. And that's why I came and I died and I rose again, so that you can walk in the victory, not have to worry about checking boxes. Just what it reminds me of? Yeah. Is the thief, the thief on the cross?
Yes.
He admittedly deserves to be there.
Right.
And Jesus is in the middle of these two guys, and he admittedly, but he says, please, can you remember me when you enter my Father's kingdom? And this guy, he's not in a church. He's not doing something holy. He's not checking any religious boxes. He's human, dying for something he admits he should die for. And Jesus said, today you will be with me in paradise, and that's the God we serve. He's just so quick to forgive and slow to anger. And so we live in that place in between of let's keep pursuing holiness and keep following Jesus, not take his grace for granted, but live in the victory that he has won.
Exactly. It's the Jesus way.
It's the Jesus way.
Thank you so much, Phil. Always good to see you. And
good to see you too.
Night.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah.